Welcome to It Ain't Rocket Science. I'm Adam Balkin, and we are hosting this month from the 2015 North American International Toy Fair, where the latest in fun-gineering is being showcased. The perfect backdrop for this episode because we're focusing on all things engineering and how, for many of you, it's becoming a real STEM magnet. From app development to building miniature robotic cars, we'll journey from New York to Texas, checking out different ways you've been implementing your engineering ingenuity. We'll make a pit stop in Detroit at the North American International Auto Show, where design students are combining art and STEM to make their automotive dreams a reality. And we'll take a look at the important role science, technology, engineering, and math play in creating the threads you wear every day as New York Fashion Week kicks off. All that and more in this episode of It Ain't Rocket Science, part of Time Warner Cable's Connect a Million Minds initiative to get you educated and interested in STEM opportunities in your community. To kick things off, it's all about your phone. As the world becomes more reliant on mobile tech, apps are becoming increasingly valued and valuable. We caught up with some students in New York City who accepted the challenge to use the power of one of the most advanced computers ever made to create an app designed to improve the lives of mobile users in a dramatic way. They're tasked with utilizing IBM's Watson to improve the lives of their fellow New Yorkers. It's a push to get students to create innovative solutions to real-life problems. These students are the winners of an app design competition hosted by the City University of New York and IBM. The challenge was to use the IBM technology known as Watson, famous for being the reigning champion on Jeopardy, to design the app.
They took this innovative core technology and they applied it to critical challenges.
Students spent a semester working on their app concepts and then presented their ideas to a panel of tech experts. At stake for the winners, $10,000 in cash prizes and numerous internship opportunities. To come up with ideas, the winning teams looked at their own lives for what they thought could be improved. First place team went on to use Watson as a virtual caseworker assistant. The app would provide detailed reports of child abuse, saving social workers time and potentially saving lives.
We wanted to do something that wasn't being done before, and we thought child welfare, because we had recently seen a newspaper report of a child who had been abused and who had died because they didn't get enough support from ACS. So we wanted to make sure that that didn't happen again, and we thought Watson was the perfect tool to do that.
And not too far away, another kind of competition is taking place. This one has would-be engineers designing cities of the future, what they might look like, what technology they might use, and all the cool science behind it. Our Tyrolyn Wagner checks out the blueprints.
We have an underwater volcano which is monitored regularly, where we draw geothermal heat from.
And then to turn a turbine, and then the heat turns a turbine, and then it creates even more energy.
These students are describing features of models for futuristic cities they've designed themselves.
We have over 60 teams competing today. Their goal was to use technology to design a better city for the future.
Students descended on the Sony Wonder Lab in New York for the regional championship of the National Engineers Week Future Cities competition. All models were created using recycled materials on a budget of $100 or less.
This competition, it's based off of farming, so we had to choose a vegetable and a protein. We chose tuna because one tuna can reproduce up to 30 million eggs.
The program, in its 17th year, will send regional winners to Washington, D.C. for the national finals. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Tyrolyn Wagner.
Or how about something a bit more tangible and in the moment? An engineering innovation that's helping families in need all over the world using 3D printing. It's a communal effort to help these youngsters in need. eNable is an organization with one purpose in mind: getting affordable, quality prosthetics to families, and they're doing it using cutting-edge 3D printed technology.
One of the big problems with prosthetics with kids is they outgrow them very quickly, which is why they typically can't afford them. If you needed a prosthetic, it would be tens and thousands of dollars, but then of course the kid keeps growing and growing and growing, so now you're shelling out tens and thousands of dollars every few years. You can just print them as needed.
Katie's a freelance journalist with an expertise in technology and currently assisting eNable in its mission.
This particular hand is actually, it's fully mechanical in the sense that these tension rods, controlled by your wrist, it will actually create movement. There's no electronics in here, there's no sensors in here, whereas a more intense and in-depth prosthetic would have sensors and electronics, and it would be a lot more expensive.
The coolest part about Enable, the designs are completely open source. That means if you have a 3D printer and an internet connection, you can download a design, and a few hours later, you'll have a 3D printed arm.
The foundation of it is all online, which is where a lot of these people across the world are finding Enable. It's people all over the world that are using their 3D printers, which is probably one of the coolest parts about it. It's really neat to know that there's tons of people all over the world working on this project.
One look at the comments section of Enabled's website will show you people from all over the world connecting and coming together to help out. People with 3D printers printing out these designs and sending the hands and arms to the people in need.
It's spreading worldwide. It's happening, and these hands are being distributed. For these parents that never had an outlet, they hear 3D printing, they're like, oh my gosh, is that even A, affordable, or B, tangible and something that within reach? Yes.
To learn more or get involved, visit enablingthefuture.org. In Texas, students are showing off their engineering ingenuity at the state capitol. One group from the Texas School for the Deaf showed our Victoria Moran how the language of technology is universal.
That's several months of hard work for Robert Bartlett and his teammates.
I've really been enjoying myself. It's fascinating.
Bartlett is deaf. The aspiring engineer is one of 4 students on the Texas School for the Deaf's first tech robotics team.
It's something I can continue to learn. It's new all the time. It's not something that gets old. I think because it's a hands-on field. Most deaf people are very visual, and so to look at it, to get their hands in the work, and then to feel that pride of accomplishing the work.
Monday's showcase at the Capitol was a chance for the school to show off new technology and student skills. Laptops donated by Dell and new software and support from National Instruments helped the students gear up to take on robotics. And that's on the ball, with the school's goal to encourage students to look into STEM careers.
I think that they learn that in high school so that they're ready for it when they get into college, and they're ready at an internship level. That's a tool that they can use out in the industry today.
But the journey doesn't come without a bump in the road.
With deaf and hearing, I mean, it's hard for the communication when they're in the same environment.
The robotics team has been competing against other students, both deaf and hearing. They hope the experience will help them not only to communicate better with fellow students, but also gain recognition.
We just want to show the world that we as deaf individuals can do it.
For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Victoria Moranin.
And we'll have some more first projects later in the show. But before we get to that, we do have to take a quick break. Coming up, we'll continue our look at the art of engineering as we visit the North American International Auto Show in Detroit and check out the latest in auto innovation. And later, we get a behind-the-scenes look at how a strong base in the sciences can help you keep the clothes on your back. To find more hands-on science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities in your community, check out connectamillionminds.com during the break.